time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news here on KALH, weather always comes first. Heat's going to build over the Intermountain West and Southwest over the next few days. Lightning from dry thunderstorms could cause new fire starts, and combined with gusty winds may cause a fire to rapidly grow in Oregon down to Northern California. Elevated fire weather conditions are also expected in the Great Basin. Flash flooding is possible in Arizona to West Texas, especially in burn scars. Closer to home, continued daily thunderstorms will continue, isolated to scattered in nature. Best chances for rain are in area mountains. Better coverage for storms promoting heavy rainfall increases through the week. Beginning tomorrow, this will also bring below normal temperature. Drier air moves in for the 4th, where temperatures are expected to top 100 degrees over the weekend. We'll have another look at the weather following this news.
This is Range Control with roadblock information for Monday the 30th of June. Highway 70, Highway 380, Highway 54, War Highway, Owen Road, and Nike Avenue will be open all day.
White Sands National Park is trying to answer the question, did humans leave their first mark on the Americas earlier than previously believed? Fossilized human footprints discovered at the park in 2021 led archaeologists to believe humans were in North America before the end of the Ice Age. That means around 23,000 years ago, which is 10,000 years before Clovis. Some scientists push for more research to confirm the findings, arguing the dates could give ages that are too old because of aquatic material. But the discovery completely reshapes what anthropologists believe about how and when North America was first populated by humans. Many scientists value the looking at the tracks while seeing remains of mammoths, sloths, camels, and dire wolf tracks. So what was once a prehistoric stream, wetlands, and lake areas now holds the secrets of the past as man traveled across North America. Sadly, that appears to be part of the history we'll never be able to uncover because of wind erosion. Still, looks like mankind was here long before we believed he was. Registration for the next round of swim lessons at the Alamogordo Recreation Center begins today. Sign up for lessons by visiting the City of Alamogordo Facebook page. As you know, there are restrictions on fireworks in Alamogordo and Otero County. There are valid and logical reasons for these rules, even though there seems to be people like City Commissioner Josh Reardon who believe the only way to celebrate freedom and independence are by detonating explosives assembled in sweatshops via forced child labor.
I understand y'all's side of it, the public safety side of it, but on the other side of it, it's like, you guys, this is the one day a year that people celebrate the independence of the country, and well, I know it goes on a little longer than one day, but kind of torn on it.
But the rest of us don't want to see more wildfires. There have been too many in the land of enchantment already this year, so folks, just don't do it. And there are those who are going the extra mile to help keep us safe this year, so we at KALH believed we should do the same. We have captured a small brown bunny rabbit, and he is in a cage. So over the next few days, every time we hear a loud crack or something in the sky, we plan on releasing a sidewinder rattlesnake into the cage with the rabbit. And the death of that cute little critter is your fault. How's that? Too dramatic? No, I would never hurt an animal. You guys know that. It is Monday. It's time for a pup date.
Hi, this is Sunny Harris with Animal Village NM with some official data received recently from the Otero County Shelter. In just the first months of this year, more than 700 healthy, adoptable animals were euthanized at the Otero County Animal Control Facility alone. This does not include those euthanized through the Alamogordo Animal Control Facility, just the Otero County Shelter. That's nearly 5 pets per day euthanized just through the Otero County system, born into a world that didn't have room for them. Lincoln, Eddy, Lee, and Chavez counties are not far behind. These are animals who deserved homes, families, and love, but their lives ended early simply because there were too many. At Animal Village NM, we know this heartbreak firsthand, every day. It's why we are taking action, not just to rescue, but to prevent the suffering before it starts. We're proud to announce our $35 spay-neuter registration for low-income pet guardians are available in the next 2 weeks. It's our most affordable rate ever thanks to compassionate donors and volunteers. And every surgery prevents dozens, hundreds, or thousands of future litters. Just one unspayed female cat and her offspring can produce over 370,000 kittens in 7 years. Imagine that. That's why spaying and neutering isn't just kindness, it's logic. Here's where to register. Ruidoso Community Center, first Tuesday of each month, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Alamogordo location is White Sands Mall, just inside the Ashley Furniture entrance. Second Tuesdays of each month, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Walk-ins are welcome or phone 575-415-8310 for more information. These low-cost registrations are made possible through your support. And starting this Friday, you can help in a fun, fabulous way. Our online jewelry and antiques auction launches Friday on our website, animalvillagenm.org, and on our social media pages. With over 500 items from Native American turquoise jewelry to vintage art gemstones and collectibles, every winning bid helps us provide more surgeries in your neighborhood, more flood assistance, and more hope. Auction previews begin Thursday. Bidding opens Friday and runs all week. Get ready to save lives with Sparkle because every dollar raised goes straight to our spay-neuter program and disaster assistance effort. Donate, register, bid, and share our posts. Because they love us, they're counting on us to do better. Visit animalvillagenm.org or call 575-415-8310 to learn more, donate, or register.
News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
What happens when the marriage of an innocent ingenue gets thwarted by the no-good Schnickel Fritz grub? Well, you can only imagine. The Cloudcroft Light Opera Company presents Those Wedding Bells Shall Not Ring Out. Witness the ceremony at the Cloudcroft Pavilion, 7:30 p.m., June 27 and 28, July 4th, 5th, 6th, 11th, and 12th. Free admission. Donations taken for youth scholarships. Those Wedding Bells Shall Not Ring Out, in cooperation with Pioneer Drama Company and Tim Kelly.
Hi, it's me, here to tell you about AlamogordoTownNews.org. This is Otero County's #1 source for local news, sports, and community. Quite frankly, AlamogordoTownNews.org is the big LES news service online. AlamogordoTownNews.org is a Second Life Media affiliated company.
According to the Navajo Nation Commission of Emergency Management, the Navajo Nation has declared a state of emergency due to the growing Oak Ridge fire. The state of emergency also declares the need for Navajo Nation government resources to address current and subsequent impacts from wildfires across the Navajo Nation. Officials are still responding to that fire, which has grown to 1,800 acres. It broke out on Saturday south of Window Rock, Arizona. Officials advise that Pine Springs Road off Highway 264 has been closed, and there's other closures in the area. Evacuations are currently in place for residents in the fire's path and near the El Paso Pipeline Corridor. Shelters for evacuees are open at the Window Rock Fighting Scouts Event Center. That's in Fort Defiance, Arizona. This location will be the primary emergency evacuation center for the Oak Ridge fire evacuees. Officials also advise that the Department of Agriculture and DRE are preparing for evacuations of livestock with water and feed, and livestock have been moved to the fairgrounds. Officials have stated this fire is human-caused and at 0% containment. The Fire Incident Command Team announced that the Trout Fire is now 83% contained. That fire is about 12 miles north of Silver City and has burned over 47,000 acres. A total of 553 fire personnel remain on the scene. That fire broke out on June 12th and was caused by lightning. On Saturday, crews made significant progress on suppression repairs by using chippers to reduce fuels along New Mexico Highways 15 and 35. Additionally, firefighters continued chipping and using lop and scatter techniques for debris to minimize fire risk and encourage natural resource recovery. Fire officials said crews on the southwestern portion of the fire near Black Peak will continue to work to extinguish residual heat and secure control lines. Management of that fire is going to transition to the Gila Las Cruces Type 3 Incident Management Team at 6 a.m. today. The team will continue to focus on suppression repair and supporting local partners, communities, and the Gila National Forest. Fire officials want to remind residents that ongoing minimal fire activity can still produce visible smoke and ash in the air, but it will not threaten the containment lines. Fortunately, the Trout Fire received about an inch of rain on Saturday, and that rain fell in the central part of the fire area. The Trump administration has floated the idea of downsizing or even eliminating the Federal Emergency Management Agency. But a new poll suggests that Americans believe the government has a role to play when disaster strikes. Roz Brown has the story.
The nation's leading disaster relief agency poured millions into New Mexico after a massive wildfire in 2022. And Brian Kennedy with the Pew Research Center says in its latest poll, 64% of Americans say they believe the federal government should provide money to help local communities recover from a disaster.
Large shares of Democrats and Republicans say that it's a good idea to set stricter building standards in these communities. And similarly, majorities say it's a good idea for the government to provide financial assistance for people in high-risk areas to rebuild.
President Donald Trump has suggested FEMA could be phased out after this year's hurricane season, forcing states to cover their own disaster relief costs. New Mexico's massive Hermit's Peak Calf Canyon fire was triggered by 2 separate prescribed burns conducted by the U.S. Forest Service. As of 2024, FEMA had paid claimants nearly $2 billion for the negative outcome. Survey respondents were split on other approaches. Half of Democrats agree the government should help cover the rising cost of homeowners insurance in those places, while fewer than a third of Republicans agreed. Regardless of party affiliation, Kennedy says 74% of Americans say they've experienced at least one of 5 types of extreme weather in the past year.
When we look at this data and what we've seen over the past several years is the broad pattern in that you see large shares of Americans say climate change has contributed at least a little.
Regardless of party affiliation, Kennedy says 74% of Americans say they've experienced at least one of 5 types of extreme weather in the past year. Among respondents to the Pew Research Center poll who have experienced a major wildfire, 58% connected the event to climate change, but Democrats were more likely to make the link than Republicans. I'm Roz Brown reporting.
Nobody asked me about it, but I would be in the no category, because if it's being done right, it's not being done by the government. The solution lies in the private sector, says the crazy libertarian. We'll be right back.
This is Lieutenant William Skaggs with Alamogordo Fire Department. The 4th of July is fast approaching, and we've received significant rainfall. However, fireworks safety is still urged. The County of Otero has recently lifted their restrictions on fireworks. However, the City of Alamogordo ordinance still prohibits certain kinds of fireworks within city limits. The basics of the ordinance are, if it's higher than 10 foot or louder than a cap gun, it's prohibited within the city limits. We urge our citizens to buy fireworks from licensed vendors within the city limits to ensure that you are buying fireworks that comply with city ordinance. We urge safety, such as having a reliable water source, shooting off fireworks only in barren or paved areas, and making sure children are supervised while you're celebrating the 4th of July holiday. If you have any questions about the ordinance or the prohibited fireworks, please give us a call at 575-439-4298. We wish you a happy and safe 4th of July.
Your Crazy Radio spot on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for partly sunny skies with a 40% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts are going to be between 1/4 to 1/2 inch expected. Mostly cloudy tonight, 50% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Partly sunny tomorrow with a 40% chance of more showers and storms. Your high today in the basin, 91. Low tonight of 66. High tomorrow, 84 degrees. In Cloudcroft, partly sunny with a 60% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 to 1/2 inch expected. Winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Mostly cloudy tonight with a 40% chance of showers and storms. New rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch expected. Winds gusting up to 18 miles per hour. Partly sunny tomorrow with a 70% chance of more showers and storms. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 68. Low tonight of 48. High tomorrow, 62 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.org, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. Also, check out the Crazy KALH Radio YouTube channel. That's where we post our daily newscasts, complete interviews, and other information which concerns everyone in the Tularosa Basin. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already. That way you too can remain informed of the goings-on in the Tularosa Basin. And that concludes this Monday edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.